I'd like to share a thought with you today about one of the things that I think is a major problem in our relationships, and that's the problem of pride. Pride. And how this is going to be a little different is I'm going to read to you something I read in an article about pride, because I guess I'm just studying it a little bit to try to make sure that I keep my pride under control. So I'm going to read this to you. This is the transcript of an actual radio conversation of a U.S. naval ship with Canadian authorities off the coast of Newfoundland in October 1995. Radio conversation released by the Chief of Naval Operations, 10/10/95. Americans said, please divert your course 15 degrees to the north to avoid a collision. Canadians, recommend you divert your course 15 degrees to the south to avoid a collision. Americans, this is the Navy ship. I say again, divert your course. Canadians, no, I say again, you divert your course. Then the Americans say, this is the aircraft carrier USS Lincoln, the second largest ship in the United States Atlantic Fleet. We are accompanied by 3 destroyers, 3 cruisers, and numerous support vessels. I demand that you change your course 15 degrees north. That's 15 degrees north, or countermeasures will be undertaken to ensure the safety of this ship. Canadians, this is a Lighthouse, sir. Your call. Now, isn't that something? This captain thought, I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you, I've got a whole fleet of people with me, and I think you ought to divert your course. And the Canadians say, well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm a lighthouse, I can't divert my course. I thought it was so funny, because isn't that how we get pompous, thinking, I'm important and you're not, and you should do this because of who I am? That's a terrible disease when we get the I ams. The Galatians 6:3 says, for if a man thinketh himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. And what brought this up in my mind is the fact that I've been noticing that when I see somebody dressed a certain way, I think in my mind, wonder if she realizes that that's not made for her body type. Can you believe I said that? And then sometimes I'll see somebody and say, I wonder if they realize that doesn't go together, and I all of a sudden the other day, I said that to myself about a woman that I saw, and I thought, Loretta, who do you think you are? That you are such an expert on color, or you're such an expert on styles for certain body types that you want to give somebody a hard time for what they're wearing. And I thought, Loretta, your main problem is that you have pride. You obviously have come to a point where you think you're something and you're really not. And, God really smote my heart, and I thought, I've got to be more careful about this, and I have got to take note to be more humble and to stop thinking that I know more than I do. It's just, I don't know how to explain it any better than to say I've got to humble myself. And when I think I'm something, but I'm nothing, I deceive myself, just like Galatians 6:3 says. And lady, friend out there, if you think you know what's best for everybody around you, you're deceiving yourself. That's not a humble opinion, that's a prideful opinion. And I admonish you to go by this scripture verse and to think, I could do better than that, and I could be better than that. And I don't need to think that way to buff myself up. I need to be humble and say, you know what, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe that does look good. Maybe that's part of the end scene now, whatever. But let's just be careful about our pride. Let's keep pride under control. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.